Feinberg and Dana Atwood back deep for the Raiders. Here's the kick, and we're underway in Game 2 of the regular season as it comes to an out man across the 30, 35, 40, across the 45, and out to about the 37-yard line on the return for the Raiders was Ken Kuchar. Chris McNulty on the stop, so Kuchar was an up man. The kick came a little bit short, and it went right to Kuchar, and they returned it for good yardage, and the Raiders in pretty good shape here. Good field position in their first offensive series of the football game. They have a 1st and 10 at their own 47-yard line.
Well, Kuchar was an up man, almost broke that one. McNulty saved what could have been even better field position for the Raiders.
Dwyer is the quarterback as the Raiders operate out of the eye. Seth Bailey is in motion right to left. And the handoff goes to the deep back, Stenpeck, and he takes it straight ahead, skips across the 50, down at the Brattleboro 47-yard line. Conway, the up back, Stenpeck, the deep back, out of the eye, and Graham Simmons there on the stop. They're going to say it's near touchdown at the 50-yard line, even though he squeezed into Brattleboro territory. So we'll give him a pickup of close to 3, and we'll call it 2nd down and 7 for the Raiders, just shy of the 50-yard line. Crystal Curtis, the center 5'10", 175-pound sophomore. Drew Down is wide left, wing right at Seth Bailey, and he's in motion right to left now as Dwyer barks him out, and the handoff goes to Conway, and Conway is flipped up, nothing there, lost maybe a yard. Most of Coles there to drop him. And Graham Simmons leading the way, 6 foot, 195-pound senior. He lost about a half yard. We'll call it 3rd down, a long 8 for the Raiders at their own 49-yard line.
Well, the first play from scrimmage was a run off the right tackle, and Stenpeck actually slipped right around the 50-yard line. The second play, they kicked it back to the right sideline, to the right side of the football field, and the blocking just wasn't there. Conway was wrapped for a loss of 1 on the play.
Mayhew is in down, Duval is out. Mayhew wide right. Balance wide left, and Dwyer on the handoff to Conway, 45, and down at the bottom of 40, maybe the 39 on the draw play. Greg Frost out of the tackle. That picked up about 12. That's a Raider 1st down. Conway took it straight ahead on the draw play.
Well, one of the things we touched on in the pregame, Jack, was 3rd and long. It was 3rd and 9 that time. Conway got fantastic blocking up front. Bear Jickling and the host of others, Lynn up there doing the job up front. Good job of straight ahead running, protecting the football by Conway. Actually was met just short of the 1st down, but put his head down, barreled forward, and picked up 1st down yardage for the Raiders.
1st and 10 Raiders, the Brattleboro 40, first series of the football game as Dwyer barks him out. Bailey in motion out left to right, hand off to Conway. Nothing up the middle, takes it to the outside, and it's flipped out to half the line of scrimmage. It might have lost a half yard. So now coming up, Chris Hutchins, it'll wrap him up. No score, 9:34 left here in the 1st quarter. Looks like the rain is just, well, it's calmed down considerably. It was really pouring just before kickoff. That lost about a yard. It'll be 2nd and 11 for the Raiders at the Brattleboro 41.
Well, I think the success of the running game will be up the middle today. The first play up the middle, picked up 3, second one towards the outside, lost 1, picked up 12 on the 3rd, and lost 1 on the 4th.
Aaron Bailey is in. He's wide right. Seth Bailey, who was a slot right, in motion right to left. Dwyer on the pitch to Stenpeck, sweeps right, turns the corner at the 35, dives his way down to about the 33. Matt White there on the tackle for Brattleboro. And picked up close to 8 yards. Let's see where they mark it as they bring it to the right side hash mark. They're going to mark it at the Brattleboro 33-yard line. 3rd down and 3. It's going to be 3rd down and a long 3, we'll call it, closer to the 34, between the 33 and 34-yard line.
Well, Stenpeck got to the outside. Matt White came up from his linebacker position and just reached out and tripped him up. Otherwise, Stenpeck would have had another 1st down, the 2nd on this opening drive for the Rutland Raiders.
Duval and Seth Bailey wide left. Couple of setbacks now. They're out of the eye. They break the eye, is what I'm trying to say. And they hand off goes to Stenpeck right. Nothing much there. Maybe 2. Or 2 setbacks split rather than out of the eye. And Tim Nichols and Seth Powers on the stop for Brattleboro. That was a 3rd down play. That lost maybe a yard back to the 34. It'll be 4th down and close to 4 for the Raiders. 4th down play coming up. The Raiders have it at the Brattleboro 34. This is 4-down territory. Powler is out and an end spot, and in is Matt Daly.
Well, they picked up 12 on 3rd and 9 already on this drive. time. They need a long throw on 4th and 4 to keep this drive going.
Backs are split. Duval and Seth Bailey wide left. Wyatt barks him out on 4th down. Quick hit, complete to Bailey, and he gets it inside the 30 to about the 27-yard line. And that indeed is a first down, a 7-yard pickup. As Pat Dwyer found Seth Bailey, just a quick hitch, quick drop. The pass completion for a first down, and Greg Frost there on the tackle. So the Raiders already, well, at least compared to the second half last week, already are controlling the football better than they did a week ago. They picked up a couple of first downs. No score, 7:24 remaining here in the first quarter. The Raiders have it 1st and 10 at the Brattleboro 27-yard line. Market between the hash marks. They're back in the eye. Seth Bailey in motion right to left. Pitch to Stempeck. Sweeps right against the grain down. He dives his way to about the 20. And it was Brian Sutherland there on the tackle.
I tell you, Greg Berejiklian just pancaked the Brattleboro defender as he pulled from the tackle position, and that's where they ran right off of tackle off Berejiklian, and he just lined up and pancaked with a huge block. That sprung just enough room to pick up another good first down gain.
That picked up 7. It will be 2nd and 3 for the Raiders at the Brattleboro 20-yard line. 6:40 remaining here in the first quarter. No score. Duval is wide right. Conway and Stempeck are the setbacks. Seth Bailey wide left. Dwyer now looking to throw. Rolls right in. Chase throw. Complete the Fowler inside the 10. And he's dropped immediately right around the Brattleboro 9-yard line. It picked up 11. Greg Frost on the tackle. So Dwyer is 2 for 2. And it will be 1st and goal for the Raiders. They have it at the Brattleboro 9, just inside the 10.
Well, the first 2 completions this afternoon, he's going to the height. 6'1" and 6'3" have been the height of the 2 receivers that have caught Dwyer's attempts here so far in this opening drive. And I might add, a very impressive, time-consuming opening drive. 6:10 remaining in the first quarter.
So 1st and goal for the Raiders, the Brattleboro 9. Mayhew back in, he's wide right. Seth Bailey in motion right to left. There's a slot right. Pitch to Stempeck. Sweeps right, and he is going to move the outside the 10. Go back to 11. Leading the charge defensively was Chris Hutchins for Brattleboro. It'll be 2nd and goal for the Raiders at the Brattleboro 11. That lost a couple.
Well, good job of blocking around the right side of the line of scrimmage by the Raiders, but no one picked up number 57, Chris Hutchins, 6'2", 222-pound defensive end. He came from the far side of the football field and wrapped up Stempeck for a loss of 1 on the play, or maybe just back to, they did lose 1 on the play.
2nd and goal for the Raiders, the Brat 11. Here's the pitch to Stempeck, takes it back, has some opening there, gets it to about the 5-yard line. Took it left, and he took it against the grain. It'll be top Hill on the tackle. It'll be 3rd and goal for the Raiders, just inside the 5-yard line. Where do they mark it here? It looks to be about the 4.
Clock continuing to run now. We're approaching the 5-minute mark here in this first quarter. And keep in mind, Rutland took this game opening drive at their own 47-yard line at the 11:54 mark.
We're going to time out in the field, so when we come back, the Raiders will have a 3rd and goal at the Brattleboro 4. Time out on the field, no score. We're back after this 30-second break. Jack Healey, Ben Sato. We have 4:56 remaining first quarter. The Raiders getting the opening kickoff. They picked up a couple of big first downs, a couple of big pass plays from Pat Dwyer. They now have a 3rd and goal at the Brattleboro 4. There is no score. Again, this is the opening drive of the football game. John Watson is in.
This is the 12th play of the opening drive.
Watson is wide right, and Stempeck and Conway are the setbacks. Wing left to Seth Bailey. And Dwyer on the handoff to Stempeck. He passes back to Dwyer. Picks it up. He's going to move it. He handed it off to Stempeck. And scored it out of his hands. His good pass put the hit up Pat Dwyer. Squirted back, and Dwyer picked it up again. And this last yardage to about the 5, maybe the 6-yard line. It'll be 4th and goal for Ruffin High. We'll call it the 6. That lost a couple. So even though they got the bad break on the fumble, they did recover the fumble. Dwyer picked it up again. And they are going to try for a field goal here. Conway will try it. They're going to mark it at the 15. It will be a 25-yard field goal attempt. Officials timeout here.
Flag down.
There's a flag down all the way back. It's too much time. Play of game against the Raiders.
There's that word. Penalty. Changes what was really a chip shot for a field goal for Conway. Backs it up another 5 yards.
It's at the right side hash mark where they'll mark it down. Now he'll try the field goal from the 20. It'll be a 30-yard field goal attempt for Jake Conway. Aaron Carbonell's the holder. He puts it down. The kick by Conway is up, and the kick is no good off to the right. So wide right, Jake Conway. I'll tell you, I thought he had it, but it did slide off wide right. A 30-yard field goal attempt by Jake Conway, and the Raiders are turned aside, and that is a tough break.
Well, that's a tough break indeed, Jack. 13 plays in that opening drive. They took off about almost 8 minutes off the clock. They took it over with 11:54 showing. There's 4:04 showing in this first quarter. But really, it'd be nice if they came away with at least 3 points. That penalty is what killed them on that last drive.
So Brattleboro has it first and 10, its own 20. Ben Gilbert is the sophomore quarterback, and he hands it off to Van going straight up the middle. Rob Wright, a senior halfback. Bill Sargent there on the tackle, and that got back to the line of scrimmage of that. Sargent was there to wrap him up. If that might have lasted a half yard, we'll call it the 20. Second and 10 for Brattleboro. Gilbert is the quarterback. Hill and Wright are in the backfield. Greg Frost is the flanker, and he's wide right. Jeremy Kren is the tight end. He shifted from left to right as Gilbert on the handoff off the right side and is getting his way out to about the 25-yard line. On the carry was Eric Nelson. That time he was in the backfield. Ames and also Jake Conway on the tackle. Eric Nelson will alternate at a fullback spot or at a running back spot with Todd Hill. And Todd Hill is back in and Nelson is out now. Picked up about 5. It'll be 3rd and 5 for the Colonels at their own 25-yard line. Right side hash mark. Our score 2:57 remaining here in the first quarter at Nanowich Field in Brattleboro. Now Wright and Hill are the setbacks. Gilbert, the sophomore quarterback, double reverse as it goes to Frost. Brings it wide. Has some room as he turns it out through and he gets it out to about the 29-yard line. After the double reverse, it was Frost, the flanker back reverse. Came up with a football and he took it way back about to his own 15-yard line. Watson and Rizzuto on the tackle for Rutland. And when it was all said and done, he picked up around the 4.
Well, he was hit in the backfield initially by Chris, don't call me Tom Healey. And he just spun away from that tackle, and Bear Jickling came from the far side of the football field and was involved in that tackle. But good ball pursuit, and there's another penalty against Rutland.
And it's going to be a first down for Brattleboro. And it's a big penalty, too. Another penalty. Late hit. It's a 15-yard penalty. Personal foul, so it does give Brattleboro a first down. They would have had a 4th and a long 2. They would have had to punt the football. Now they have a 1st and 10 at their own 44-yard line. Personal foul penalty against the Raiders, a 15-yard penalty. So Brattleboro gets a break. They would have had to boot the football away. Here's the inside handoff now to Matt Wright, and he gets a couple out to about the 46, maybe the 47. Mitch Morgan there on the tackle for Rutland High.
Well, so far we've seen penalties here in this first quarter against Rutland. Really important. The 5-yard penalty just before the field goal attempt pushed that one back 5 yards. This one here on what would have been 4th and 2 gives Brattleboro an easy first down.
2nd and 7, Brattleboro, they're on 47-yard line, and here on the call again is White, straight ahead, squeezes his way to about the 50-yard line before he's stacked up. Billy Moran there on the tackle. Picked up 3. It'll be 3rd down and long 4 for the Colonels at the 50-yard line. No score, minute 37 remaining first quarter. The Raiders got it close. They had it 1st and goal, and eventually a 30-yard field goal attempt, no good. And Brattleboro bringing it back the other way. They picked up a first down on a penalty. They now have a 3rd down at the 50. And here's Rob Wright on the call. Rob Wright straight ahead to the Raider 46-yard line. Smith on the tackle. Appears to be a first down. He needed just about 4. That's what he got. First and 10, Brattleboro, the Raider 46-yard line.
Although he picked up enough yardage to get the first down for the Colonels, what we're seeing here in the first quarter so far, Jack, is good line play by both the offensive unit and the defensive line for Rutland. Greatly improved over a week ago.
Sullivan is wide right. He's also going to man wide left. They operate out of the eye. Gilbert, the sophomore quarterback, on the handoff to Rob Wright. Takes it left, gets a few. Down to the Raider 43, driven back by Jake Conway. So it'll be 2nd and 7 for the Colonels. Less than a minute remaining first quarter. They're going to mark it at the 44, so we'll call it 2nd and 8. Just inside the Raider 45-yard line. Brattleboro's first series of the football game. Rob Wright and Matt White, Eric Nelson, Todd Hill, all see action in the backfield. Now the backs are split, and Gilbert back to pass, and he's hit in the backfield. He's going to lose yardage all the way back inside his own 45. Like Jason Schmidt was in there, and Mitch Morgan.
Actually, it was Morgan that timed it beautifully. Timed the count of the snap, was in the backfield before the quarterback Gilbert had a chance to even get to backpedal far enough to set a play. Mitch Morgan timed it beautifully and got credit for the sack.
Went back to the Brattleboro 49-yard line. That's where they mark it. So it'll be 3rd down about 16, and that should be the final play of the first quarter. That is the end of the first quarter. After one, there is no score. We'll be back after this 30-second timeout. Jack Healey back with Vince Allo. Brattleboro has it. As we get set for the second quarter in a scoreless ball game, Brattleboro has it at its own 49-yard line. 3rd down about 16.
Well, 3rd down to 16, thanks in part to Mitch Morgan with that big defensive play for the Raiders in the last offensive play by Brattleboro. But the quarter ended scoreless, but it was pretty much dominated by the Rutland offensive unit. And again, you sprinkle in that word that we don't like to use, but it's been a factor so far early in this football season for the Raiders. Penalties. The 2 penalties have really evened this game out, even though the offensive unit held the ball almost 8 minutes and ran 13 plays, came away empty on their first drive by the Rutland offense.
Well, Coach Miller said Ben Gilbert would play in the first quarter. He said Ryan Squires in the second quarter, and Squires is now the quarterback. The guy with a hot hand goes in the second half. Squires back to throw, swings it off complete to Matt White, but he's going to lose back to the 45-yard line. As Dana Atwood made the hit, Ryan Squires, who's the junior quarterback on his first play from scrimmage, dropped back to throw. He had it complete, but the tackle made immediately by Atwood. It lost yardage back to the 45, and it's 4th down and 21 for Brattleboro. And in fact, they mark it to the 44s at lost 5, and the Colonels will have to boot the football away in a scoreless game early going second quarter.
Well, big plays defensively by the Raiders. Mitch Morgan, the play before that play, Atwood read the play beautifully, wrapped him up for a loss of 4 all by himself.
White back to boot around his own 33. Moran and Stenpeck back deep for the Raiders, and they'll watch it bounce inside the 30, inside the 25, and inside the 20, and turn it good at the Raider 19-yard line. The Raiders who got in close before, and then were turned away, will get their hands on the football for the second time this afternoon in a scoreless ball game. Raiders have it 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Well, getting back to the quarterback change for Brattleboro, Squires will play the second quarter. Gilbert ended the first, and when Squires' first play came in, he faced a 3rd and 16, faded back to pass, threw a flip pass to the near sideline. It fooled no one, and Atwood was there by himself. But what a situation to be put into with your first play from scrimmage facing 3rd and 16.
Raiders operate out of the eye behind Pat Dwyer. Seth Bailey in motion right to left. Conway the up back, Stenpeck the deep back. Conway gets the call, has some room out across the 25-30. 35-30 at the Raider 42-yard line. Jake Conway on the carry. Brian Sullivan on the stop.
You're not going to tackle Conway above the waist. You got to hit him low, and no one did until finally Sullivan did so. But it was too late for Brattleboro. On 1st down, great blocking up front by the lineman for Rutland. Conway wasn't touched till he was 7 yards downfield. Picked up more than enough for a 1st down.
1-yard pickup.
21-yard gain on 1st down, and that's another key we touched on, Jack, getting good yardage on 1st down. And so far today, Rutland has done so.
They're going to mark it at the Raider 41-yard line. 1st and 10 for Rutland High. No score early going. Second quarter. Seth Healey again in motion left to right. Dwyer on the long count. Dwyer goes to Conway. Same play. This time they have it snuffed out at the line of scrimmage. Chris Tracy there on the stop for Brattleboro. So fool me once.
That's about it. Well, still, on this drive, Conway's averaging 10.5 yards a carry because he got none on that one and picked up 21 on the first one. But you must continue blocking up front, which they did not do on that play right there, and Tracy snuffed it out. No gain on the play. And the thing that's important for Rutland offensively is the offensive linemen holding their position, even though the Brattleboro defense is showing a lot of movement.
Raiders 2nd and 10 on the 41-yard line. Backs are split. Dwyer looking to throw. Rolls right, being pressured. Good to put the Conway at the 45 to the 50, the Brattleboro 45, down at the Brattleboro 44. Dwyer's 3 for 3. Ryan Sullivan there on the hit for Brattleboro. Is Dwyer under pressure, fouled Conway from good yardage, and a later first down in Brattleboro territory. Picks up 15 yards.
15 yards on the play. That time complete to Conway. It was more like a lob pass right over the defender, and Greg Barajiklian, let's get to the offensive lineman here, from his offensive guard position, actually blocked number 57, Chris Hutchins, right into the face of Pat Dwyer, and Dwyer had the presence of mind to lob the football downfield to Conway. He took it the rest of the way, and another first down for the Raiders.
So the Raiders, who have dominated the scoreless ball game, have a 1st and 10 at the Brattleboro 44. And we got a whistle and penalty markers down. It looks like too much time again against Rutland. That is the second time it's happened to him. It happened right before the field goal attempt by Conway. They were a 25-yard attempt. Turned out to be a 30-yard attempt over wide right. And now they mark it back to the Brattleboro 49. It'll be 1st and 15 for the Raiders.
And the rain has stopped considerably here in Attawich Field in Brattleboro. 3rd penalty of the first half already against the Raiders. And those are the things you have to avoid. It makes it now a 1st and 15.
Aaron Bailey is wide left. Twin brothers Seth is wide right. The Raiders in the I. Seth is in motion right to left. Conway the up back, step back to deep back. Conway gets the call, and they wrap him up at the line of scrimmage. And maybe moves forward for about a yard. Simmons was landed in first, but he doesn't have it.
Conway's such a powerful runner, 5'11", 185, but the majority of his strength comes in his thighs. He's got huge thighs, and he continues to keep them moving even after he is hit. And Simmons hit him first, but there was more Purple People Eaters on the scene to help him, because you're not going to tackle number 23, Jake Conway, by yourself.
Give him 2, 2nd and 13 for the Raiders. The Brattleboro 47. Dwyer takes it left on the option, turns the corner, and gets it inside the 45 to about the 44. Picks up 3. Chris Tracy there on the tackle for Brattleboro. Second down play. It'll be 3rd and 9 for the Raiders now at the Brattleboro 43-yard line.
Well, this is not the first 3rd and 9 that the Raiders have faced here in the first half. They faced it on their opening drive, and on the play they got 12 yards and another first down. So facing 3rd and 9 again here this afternoon, just like they did last week. Let's see if they can rise to the occasion.
That Daly is timed right. Seth Bailey wide right. Dwyer looking to throw. He tosses it over the middle, complete to Conway. He's inside of the 35. And finally busted out of bounds across the way around the Brattleboro 32 and picked up about 11 yards and another Raider first down. Bob Steele there on the tackle, and there's a penalty marker down, I believe, at the end of that play, and I believe it'll go against Brattleboro.
Could be something after.
Is that a penalty marker, or is that just a yellow?
It is a flag. I don't know. It is against Brattleboro. Didn't get the indication from the official.
It is a personal foul, I believe, for a late hit against Brattleboro.
Exactly, against that on the Rutland sideline.
It was at the 31-yard line where he was busted out of bounds. Pat Dwyer, I believe, is 4 for 4, if I remember correctly, and he's throwing them like a shot put here today, just getting the job done. That's all that counts. And he just tossed out like and the penalty, the big one, half the distance to the goal line, really, from that point.
Picked up on that pass play. You know?
1st and 10 for the Raiders at the Brattleboro 16. We'll get to that in a second here. We're back ready for the next play. As Dwyer on the handoff to Conway, took it right then against the grain, and he trips his way ahead to about the 11-yard line. It was Bob Steele on the tackle. believe he picked up 11, if I remember correctly. Only 12 yards in that pass play before. It'll be 2nd down and 6 for the Raiders. No score, 7:20 remaining first half.
This will be the 9th play of the drive again. Another impressive drive by the offensive unit for Rutland.
The Raiders have it at the Brattleboro 12-yard line. They operate out of the I, pitch to step back, sweeps right, and they got him as he tried to cut it back inside. Come to the 10, maybe the 9. Josh Hagstrom on the tackle.
Josh Hagstrom on the tackle.
Blocking on the near sideline. Good play selection coming back to this side. They haven't run off right side in a couple of plays and picked up maybe a couple on the play.
Picked up 2. They're marking at the 10, just inside the 10. So it'll be 3rd down and 4 for the Raiders at the Brattleboro 10. No scores. In the first half here, and now which being Brattleboro. Right side Ashmore. Drew down his wide left to stop left section. Conway the other back to deep back and step back. And here's the pitch to step back. Sweeps right, then against the grain. And he gets it close to first down yardage, down around the 6-yard line or so. Tim Nichols on the tackle. That was a 3rd down play. He needed about 4. That's just about what he picked up, but it might be a little bit shy of first down yardage. It'll be 4th down, less than a yard for the Raiders at the Brattleboro 6.
Well, this will be the 2nd time that Rutland has been this deep in Brattleboro territory. Thinking back to their first drive, a 13-play drive, ended with a field goal route right from Conway. This time here, it's a 4th and 1. And
we're marking at the 7, closer to the 7. 4th down. And they are going to go for it. Set up in the wishbone set with Watson in the backfield. Hand off to Smith. And Brattleboro took over on down. Maybe picked up a half-yard long right on the tackle. So the Raiders have been in close twice. They've dominated the football game. They've been turned away twice. Brattleboro coming back the other way. 1st and 10 at its own 7-yard line. No score. 5:45 left here in the first half. So the Raiders have dominated, but nothing to show for it.
Big defensive play that time by Rob Wright. No gain on the play and short of the first down, and now Brattleboro will take over. They've got a long way to go.
Riders is the quarterback. He's the junior quarterback, and the handoff straight ahead to Rob Wright. Gets it out across the 10, maybe to the 11-yard line. Chris Healey on the tackle for Rutland High. Headed out to the 11. We'll give them 4. It'll be 2nd and long 6 for the Colonels. They're on 11-yard line. Greg Frost gets a breather. The center is Chris Tracy, leads the front out of the huddle. 5'8", 180-pound senior. Ryan Sullivan is in. He's tight left. And wide right. And Squires, the quarterback, works him out. Hand off to Todd Hill straight ahead. He got hit at the line of scrimmage and then spun off for maybe a yard or 2. And Bill Sargent there on the tackle.
Well, that brings up now a big 3rd down play for Brattleboro. It's going to be a 3rd and about 4, maybe even more than that. They can stop here. Rutland defense can hold. They get the football back.
So it'll be 3rd down for the Colonels when we come back. 3rd and about 5 at their own 12-yard line. So we got a timeout on the field. We'll be back after this 30-second break. Jack Healey back with Vince Allo and Brattleboro to score this game. 4:42 left in the first half. The Raiders have been turned away twice after getting it in close. So this last time turned away after they came up short at the 7-yard line. 4th down. Brattleboro coming back the other way has a 3rd down and 5. It's on 12-yard line. And Squires on the handoff straight ahead. Nothing much there. Brattleboro left to move it away. This got back to the line of scrimmage. There's a host of Raiders there. Mike Hill back. Greg Dillon leading the way. Todd Hill, the fullback. 5'10", 180-pound senior. Well, back to the line of scrimmage will be 4th down, a long 5. Brattleboro left to boot it away. And again, the Raiders have good field position. Well, they step back deep.
Even though they came away empty on that last drive for Rutland, the fact is they pinned Brattleboro deep. Now they're going to get the football back. The 2 backmen for Rutland are on the Brattleboro side of the 50, so this will be great field position for the Raiders.
And White back into his own end zone to kick it away. And it was partially blocked by Healey, and it came down to Bill Jicklin down at the 14-yard line. Chris Healey, I believe, got a piece of that, and it went popping up into the air, came down to Bill Jicklin, and he went to his knees at the Brattleboro 14. First and 10 Raiders after the block punt by Chris Healey.
Well, they say Healey's comet every 76 years. Not so. It was here this afternoon. Shot like he was coming on a comet. That time, Chris Healey, uncontested, got a piece of the football, landed right in the hands of Greg Jicklin.
First and 10, and now the right tackle jumps off for the Raiders. As jumping too quickly, a 5-yard penalty, Chad Galliano. And I know a lot of times the offensive linemen don't get mentioned until that happens, but that's the game of football. So the Raiders will have it first and 15 at the Brattleboro 19-yard line. Again, it was Matt White who went back into his own end zone. It was partially blocked, went up into the air. It was all set down with a 2-yard punt.
There's still plenty of time, 3.5 remaining in this first half now for Rutland to score.
Raiders operate out of the eye, Healey in motion left to right. First and 15, Raiders, the black 19. Dwyer on the handoff to Conway off left tackle. Gets hit hard, but he takes the man with him inside the 15 to about the 14. Bob Wright there on the tackle. Picked up close to the 5 yards that he needed, or that they had on the penalty. So it'll be second down and close to 10 for the Raiders. A little over 10 at the Brattleboro 14-yard line, so we got the penalty yardage back again.
We're seeing big plays defensively here for the Raiders on the last Brattleboro drive. Before the block punt, it was Morgan and a bunch of others getting the job done defensively. Atwood with a big play, and then it was Healey on the play for the Raiders the last time.
On the handoff, and Conway straight ahead. He moves the guard back to the 15. First down on the tackle. No score, 2:42 left first half. And the Raiders, after the partially blocked punt, have a couple of plays later have a third down and close to 12 at the Brattleboro 15, and the Raiders call for a timeout. So a scoreless ball game, timeout on the field. We'll be back after this 30-second break. Jack Healey, Vince Allo, our engineer, pulled on clear. No score, 2:42 left first half in the Brattleboro. The Raiders have a third down and a long 12 at the Brattleboro 15-yard line. Goes toward the end zone. Ryan Sullivan, before he got knocked out of bounds by the intended receiver, Aaron Healey. So for the third time this afternoon, the Raiders take it close, and for the third time they're turned away. Brattleboro has a first and 10 at its own 2-yard line. The Raiders couldn't cash in on the block punt by Chris Healey, and now Brattleboro on the interception. And again, it was Sullivan on the interception as he stepped in front of the intended receiver. I believe Aaron Bailey was the intended receiver. He made the tackle.
The good news for Rutland is they're moving the football effectively. Just can't cash in deep in Brattleboro territory.
Like Ben Gilbert is back in at quarterback, and the handoff went straight ahead. Nothing much there for Bob Wright. Maybe a half a yard. Well, it's second down and 9 for the Colonels at their own 3-yard line.
Well, Gilbert, before that interception, was loosening up right below the broadcast booth here.
He's back in, so
he is back in.
He was supposed to play just the first quarter, and we have a hot hand come back in the second half. Here's the deep handoff to Rob Wright. Rob Wright takes it right. About the 11, Dana Applewood on the tackle. It'll be third down and a yard. They're going to line it up without a huddle here. No score, minute 52 remaining in the first half. And Gilbert is the quarterback. And Gilbert on the handoff to Rob Wright. He takes it left, and it's going to lose yardage. And there was let's say a fumble on the play. I believe the Raiders might have it. I still don't see any indication from the official, and I don't see any indication as to whether the play was over. It is a Raider fumble recovery. The Raiders first and 10. And that was recovered right around the 12-yard line or so. And it might have been John Haynes who recovered the fumble.
I think it was Haynes, but it was number 11 on the play. Bill Moran, the one that had the tackle, and the ball was just laid there on the ground. It was recovered by Rutland, and turnover central down there on the right, as we look out, the right side end zone.
So a fumble recovery after the interception by Brattleboro. The Raiders are in business again. They're in close for the fourth time. They have a first and 10 at the Brattleboro 12. Scoreless ball game, a minute 20 left in the first half. Stenbeck and Conway are the setbacks. Wide left is Seth Bailey. Wide right is Joe Dudow. And Seth Bailey's in motion left to right as Dwyer barks him out. Now they hand off to Stenbeck straight ahead. And he backs his way down to about the 5. Rob Wright on the tackle.
This is where Rutland must capitalize. Brattleboro will get the football back to start the second half. Under a minute remaining here in the first half. Rutland, this will be the 4th time they've been in deep. Got to get some.
It's at the 6, so it'll be second down. And a little over 5 for the Raiders. Brattleboro 6. 40 seconds left in the half. Mayhew was in. He's wide left. We're in a scoreless ball game, but the Raiders looking to score. Pitch back to Conway. On the option.
By Sullivan, that interception.
Let's see, I believe it might have been Seth Bailey, the intended receiver, in the end zone. Conway on the option, and it was almost picked up. Again, as Vince mentioned, by Brian Sullivan, who picked off the pass before. So it's third down along 5 for the Raiders at the Brattleboro 6. We're down and close to 6 at the Brattleboro 6. They've got to get a first down. They can pick up the first down right around the 1-yard line or so. Clock stops with 31 seconds left in the half. Hand off to Conway straight ahead. And he's down to about the 2, maybe the 1-yard line. The Raiders call the timeout. It looks to be a first down. He had to get to about the 2-yard line. It looks to be inside the 2. It'll be a first and goal. It is first and goal. Clock stops with 25 seconds left in the half. The Raiders have it in close. We'll keep it right here.
Big play for Conway. He went straight ahead with the football, opting not to go left or right, just went straight upfield, picked up enough yardage for the first down, and now, with 25 seconds remaining here in the first half, Rutland will have at least 2 plays, maybe 3, to put this one in.
I believe that was their third time out.
It was their third time out. So
remember, you can strike the football in high school football now to stop the clock. The quarterback can go back and just spike it.
At least 2 plays now to put this football in. And actually, unfortunately for Rutland, that would put them up by much less than what they could have had. They missed a field goal, and they've had an interception at the Brattleboro 2-yard line. They certainly have dominated play here in this first half.
First and goal, Raiders at the Brattleboro 1 as Conway picked up the first down in close. John Watson is in, so I bet you the Raiders will have a wishbone set. The Stenbeck and Watson deep, and Conway out the wishbone set. Wire keeps himself the keeper. He is in. Touchdown as he took it right over the right side of the center, close to 3, and the Raiders, who have dominated, have finally taken the lead. The Raiders lead at 6-0 on the 1-yard quarterback keeper by Pat Dwyer with 21 seconds left here in the first half.
12 yards, 1 minute, 4 plays, and it was all set up by the fumble recovery for Rutland. Unsure of who exactly recovered the fumble, but it was Moran on the outside that caused the fumble. Rutland took it in 4 plays later. It was Dwyer from the 2-yard line, the quarterback keeper, and Rutland comes away 6-0.
Conway on the extra point. The kick is good. The Raiders lead at 7-0. 7-0 Rutland. We'll give him a 1-yard quarterback keeper. This with a touchdown. Pat Dwyer set up on the fumble recovery. Delayed by John Haynes. Conway with the extra point. The Raiders have that 7-0 lead. Back with a kickoff after this 30-second timeout. Jack Healey back with Vince Allo. The Raiders have taken the lead 7-0. We're late in the first half. 21 seconds remaining in the half. Time for the kickoff and maybe 1 play for the Colonels. As remember, Mark Spino was a member of this Brattleboro club last year, a Shrine player. His brother Chris Spino is back deep. Received the kickoff from Jay Conway. Conway with a big carry for 5 yards that gave the Raiders the first and goal at the 1. And Dwyer took it in from a yard out. This will be on the ground down the middle. And it goes off the hand of an up man, Brian Sullivan, and picked up by Sullivan finally across the way and got him out across the 30-yard line before he got rolled out of bounds. At the 32.
Give you an idea of the domination by Rutland offensively here in this first half. They have run 31 plays to 15 for Brattleboro. The bad news is they're only on top 7. Several of those plays have been deep in Brattleboro territory, only have 7 points to show.
The market at the 33. First and 10, Brattleboro 33. 14 seconds left in the half. And the quarterback is Gilbert. Back to throw. Throws, and he wants some. Flag for with a diving catch around the Raider 37. Covered by Moran and Haynes. Conway was back there as well, but Billy Moran did a great job on the covering. It'll be 2nd and 10 for the Colonels at the round 33. Clock stops with 7 seconds left in the half. So again, Dwyer on the 1-yard quarterback keeper, Conway on the extra point. The Raiders have the 7-0 lead.
7 seconds remaining, so one more play perhaps to end this first half, and Brattleboro has to feel lucky that they're only down 7-0.
We believe it was Haynes that recovered the fumble. It was such a delayed reaction before finally a signal was made. Back to throw, Ben Gilbert on play action, being chased, and he gets the ball early, but it's incomplete, intended for Trombley up around the 45-yard line.
In hot pursuit, number 45 defensively, Jason Schmidt had a hold of Gilbert as he threw that football. And 1 second remaining, it'll be time for one more play.
3rd and 10, Brattleboro, the Brattleboro 33. Ben Gilbert, the sophomore, started. And for a few plays, Ryan Squires came in, but Gilbert back in now at quarterback. Right before that touchdown earlier in the drive, right? The almost interception by Sullivan after intercepting one earlier on the halfback option. And some trouble on the snap. Gilbert does manage to keep and stop any further rally by the Raiders as he pounces on the football. We lost about a yard or two. Back to the 31 as time expires, ending the first half here. Natowich Field in Brattleboro was pouring earlier, but the rain has stopped now. We are at halftime, and the Raiders, scoring late in the first half, have the lead. At halftime, our score, Rutland 7, Brattleboro 0. We'll be back after this 2-minute timeout. Conway boot, Spino, and Spino's the deep man. Todd Hill and Brian Sullivan also deep. He's Chris Spino, and one of our coaches who played the last couple of years, and it was a Shrine player.
The weather may not have an effect here in the second half. It's stopped raining, and with all the action that goes on the field, hopefully that'll dry the field up enough that it really wasn't that much of a factor in the first half. There's only a couple instances where
there are fields that don't take the rain very well, but
this one certainly does, because there was very little slippage going on, and they held onto the football surprisingly well, all things considered.
On top of that, we haven't had rain in about 6 months. So we do it. Conway getting set for the boat as we get set for the second half. The Raiders lead it 7-0. Here's the Conway kick, and this will come down the middle to Spino. He can't handle it. Fumbles it up. Sullivan comes over and finally bounces on the football around the Brattleboro 27. Spino couldn't come up with it. It went down about 7 or 8 yards. And Sullivan there, Brian Sullivan, was also back. Finished the toss of the football, a heads-up play. So Brattleboro will go on the offense, 1st and 10. And it's 27. You know what the quarterback will be. Gilbert started. A few points Squires came in. And now Squires is the quarterback. Todd Hill is the up-back. Rob brings the deep back out of the odd. Ryan Squires is the junior quarterback. 1st and 10 for the Colonels. And the handoff goes to Hill. Looking right and against the grain for a couple. Then about to about the 30. Jason Schmidt on the tackle. It'll be 7-7 for Brattleboro 30.
Let's see if Rutland can maintain that defensive intensity that they had there in the first half, which really battled up the Brattleboro offense for most of the first half. And actually, Coach Caligiuri pointed on keeping the hands in the ball in the hands of the Rutland offense. They certainly did that in the first half. Their defense will be responsible for that happening here in the second half.
Wide left is Frost. Squires operates out of the high. Second down play, and he managed to get the ball away. No, he did not. He wanted to go back, and he wanted to pitch it to Rob Ryan. He had a guy all over him. It was Bill Sargent, and they did blow the plate dead. And this loses yardage back to about the 26-yard line. So a lost 4. And it will be 3rd down coming up here.
Sargent just came right down the center of the field. It was Sargent on the play, treating Squires like a private, just wrapped him up, and the officials claimed that he had him long enough for the play to be called dead. and that's what happened. Another big defensive play individually for the Raiders.
Third down close to 13 for Brattleboro. The Brattleboro 26. Squires looking to throw, shoots it down the middle. It's incomplete as he had Sullivan, but Sullivan couldn't hang on up around the Brattleboro 40. So 4th and 13 for the Colonels. Will have to boot the football away. That, by the way, for Sullivan would have been a tough catch if he came up with it.
Well, it's his hands that have been very important here to the Brattleboro. Remember, he had an interception at the 2-yard line, at their own 2-yard line, nearly came up with another one in the end zone, recovered the fumble on the kickoff, and almost made the play there for the Colonels.
So back to boot. White for Brattleboro. Moran and Stempeck back deep for the Raiders. On the Raider 40, will hit on the Raider side of the 50, inside the 45. Finally hit a Brattleboro player as they blow it dead around the Raider 43. So the Raiders with pretty good field position go on the offense for the first time this afternoon in the second half. 1st and 10, and it's on 43-yard line. Raiders at their own 43. The Raiders lead it 7-0 on the 1-yard quarterback keeper by Pat Dwyer late in the first half. We have 10:06 left here in the third quarter in Brattleboro.
Well, the Rutland defense continues to make things easier on their offense. This will give, thanks in part to the defensive play this afternoon, this will give Rutland excellent field position to start this first drive of the second half.
Down is wide left. Seth Bailey a slot left. The Raiders are in the eye. Dwyer got the touchdown. Marks him out. Hand off to Conway straight ahead across the 45-50. Silver's feet inside the Brattleboro 45 and the Brattleboro 44-yard line. Pick up the 15 and the Raider first down. Greg Frost on the tackle.
Jake Conway is a junior, and what that means for the rest of the state in football, you're going to have to deal with that style of power running for the next 2 years. He actually looks forward to the contact, and when he realizes it's going to happen, puts his head down and leads with his shoulder and takes a defender another 4 or 5 yards, which he did so on that play.
Aaron Bailey wide left, Seth Bailey a slot left. 1st and 10 Raiders, the Brattleboro 44. Seth Bailey in motion left to right. Stempeck the deep back. Conway the up back out of the eye. Conway gets the curve, takes it straight ahead off the left side for a couple of the 42 off right on the tackle. It'll be 2nd and 8 for the Raiders lead at 7-0, 9:15 remaining third quarter.
Rapp did the right thing on that play defensively for the Colonels. When you're dealing with a power runner such as Jake Conway, you have to hit him below the belt, and that's exactly what Wright did on that play. So far this afternoon, Brattleboro's trying to tackle Conway high, and you're just not going to get him down that way.
We'll call it 2nd and 9 for the Raiders. The Brat 43. Men wide right. Matt Daly is tight left. Seth Bailey again in motion. This time right to left. Dwyer on the keeper. Straight ahead. On the 25-yard line and dropped at the 24. Dwyer just took it straight ahead on the keeper. They're going to say his knee touched at the 27. A pickup of 16 for Pat Dwyer on the keeper. Brian Sullivan on the tackle. 1st and 10 Raiders at the Brattleboro 27-yard line.
Great play selection by the Rutland offensive unit that time. So far this afternoon, they put Bailey in motion, which has pulled the defensive team to that side of the field. This time, Dwyer just took it right up the field for 16 yards.
Steinberg is in. The deep man out of the eye. Mayhew is wide as he's in. Hand off to Conway straight ahead. And he's got a couple of tough yards to the 25 into the 24. Graham Simmons on the tackle for Brattleboro. 3 will be 2nd and 7 for the Raiders. The Raiders lead at 7-0, 8:05 remaining third quarter.
But getting back to that last play, the 16-yard gain by Dwyer, that may have been something that he decided to do at the line of scrimmage. He came out in the huddle on their play there. They put Bailey in motion right to left, and that opened things up. The linebacker shifted, and Dwyer just took it straight ahead.
Dallas wide. Seth Bailey slot right. And the setbacks are Conway and Feinberg. Dwyer left on the option, tries to turn the corner, throws the ball, and it was almost picked on by Big Tim Nichols, 470-pound defensive tackle. Dwyer wanted to turn the corner on the option and decided to toss the football when it was hemmed in, and it was almost intercepted, and the Raiders didn't need eligible pass receiver downfield. So a penalty against the Raiders as well.
Lucky break for the Raiders that time. Heads up play somewhat by Dwyer. He maybe shouldn't have thrown that football. It was very close to being intercepted. There will be a penalty against the Raiders. It'll back him up just a bit here, but Dwyer
It's a loss of down penalty too, by the way, I believe.
Dwyer tried to get to the outside, was wrapped up, and just before he went down, threw the football, was deflected by the Brattleboro defender, and that was intercepted. So even though there's a penalty against the Raiders, the good news is they still have possession of the football.
But it's 3rd and 12. The Raiders have it at the Brattleboro 29. It is a loss of down penalty as well. Dwyer on the pitch now to German Feinberg. Down to about the 26, give him 3, and it would be 4th and 10. Chris Hutchinson.
Well, they try to use Feinberg's speed to the outside on the pitch back, picked up a couple on the play, and
4th down and 9.
Decision time now for the Raiders.
Raiders have a 7-0 lead, 7:09 left third quarter, as Billy Moran is in offensively for the Raiders. Down was wide left. Tied right is made it Daly. Wide right is Moran. 4th down. And the left on the end reverse. 25-20 to the 15, to the 10, to the 5. Touchdown! The Raiders lead at 13-0. A 26-yard touchdown run by Billy Moran, who just checked in. He was lined up wide left. The end reverse. Got the pitch from Dwyer. With the touchdown, 5'6", 155-pounder, 13-0 Raiders, 6:45 left, third quarter.
And that fooled everyone wearing a purple uniform on defense. What an outstanding play selection by the Rutland offensive unit. Completely fooled everybody into coming to the right side of the field. There was Moran on the left. Nobody touched him.
Conway on the extra point here. Cardinals puts it down. Fox on the extra point. Done good. Fox steals. Sophomore Billy Moran, 6:45 left, third quarter. Back with a kickoff after this 30-second break. Vince Allo, Billy Moran, who trotted into the football game. He was lined up wide right on the end reverse, got the pitch from Dwyer, took it left, and he was off to the races. 13-0 Raiders. The kick was blocked. So now the Raiders will be kicking off to Brattleboro. 6:45 remaining third quarter. At halftime at St. Peter's Field, it's MSJ 7 and Essex 0.
I tell you, the Rutland offensive coaching staff has really noticed something about this Brattleboro defense. You think back, Dwyer on that drive, the third play facing 3rd and long, picked up 16 because they recognized the hole up the middle. On that touchdown run by Moran, 4th and 9, they shift everybody to the right side of the field, bring it back to the left, hit pay dirt.
It was a 4th down play, yeah, that's right. And the kick this time comes to Hill at the 20, crossed the 25 and dropped at the 25-yard line as he took it left to right. And get it down here to make the tackle. Let's see.
Justin Eddy, number 27.
Yeah, it was Justin Eddy. He was pretty happy about it, too. And well, he should be. It was a wide open tackle in the wide open field. Actually,
he was one of 7 Raiders that had a shot at him.
He'll get up to about the 24. That's where they're going to mark it. 1st and 10, Brattleboro, the Brattleboro 24-yard line.
Well, you can see how scoring a touchdown will pump up your special teams unit. Like I said, Rutland had 6 or 7 guys that could have had that tackle, but it was Eddy that got there first.
Wires is the quarterback, right side of Cashmore. Wires on the handoff now to White as he sweeps left, gets it out across the 30, off the 32-yard line. Conway on the tackle. Now the White on the carry, 5'9", 165-pound junior.
Although Rutland's on top 13-0 and they've dominated every phase of this football game, this is an important drive for both ball clubs. Rutland must keep the intensity defensively, turn away a Brattleboro drive, because Brattleboro takes it the length of the field and scores, they're right back in it.
2nd down and 2 for Brattleboro. The Brattleboro 32 as that picked up 8. Squires now on the handoff, and nothing much there to Eric Nelson. Might have lost a yard. John Watson in there to wrap him up.
I tell you, time and time again this afternoon, the defense is responding with big plays. That could have been a 1st down game there for the Colonels. Instead, they lose 1 on the play, and now they're faced with 3rd and 4 as opposed to having a 1st down or a 3rd and short, and the rain is starting to fall.
3rd down, close to Brattleboro to Brattleboro 31. We're in the third quarter, 5:15 left in the quarter. It's Rutland 13, Brattleboro 0. Brian Squires out of the eye. Squires goes to the first man throw, and not really much there. Making his way Up to about the 33-yard line. Nelson on the carry, Sargent on the stop.
Picked up 3 perhaps on the play. 4th and 1 now.
Picked up 3. It'll be 4th down and a long one for Brattleboro, the Brattleboro 33. And they're down 13-0.
You almost have to go for it. But how big was that big defensive play by the Raiders on the last play now?
4th down, a long one for Brattleboro. And the handoff goes straight ahead. I don't believe he made it. As that went to Nelson, he was stacked up. Let's see, did they give him his forward progress? Had to get out.
First down.
Oh, he did get it. Oh, it was had to get to about the 34, and he did get it. Picked up a yard.
Conway was there defensively for the Raiders. We'll call that the hometown spot, perhaps. The first home game of the season.
Hometown spot. Two of the officials are from Rutland. Oh, it's a good spot. First and 10, Brattleboro 34. Back to throw Squires. Throws right, and it is complete at the Brattleboro 40 and up to the 43-yard line with Long Steele on the catch. And there on the tackle was Jake Conway and John Watson. Steele on the catch. Tight end. Steele is a 6'1", 225-pound tight end. He's a load to bring down.
He's also blocked the extra point that last time for Brattleboro, so he's starting to make his name known here in the second half for the Colonels.
They mark it to the 42, 2nd and 2, Brattleboro, the Brattleboro 42. Right side hash mark, couple of setbacks, man wide left, man wide right. Here's Matt White sweeping down. And let's see, there's a scramble around the Brattleboro 48. It looked like the Raiders had it for a moment, but then Brattleboro came back. I think it was Frost that came back and put the football away from somebody. Haynes was slipping, he was at it. And it is a Brattleboro first down. They have it at the 47-yard line. They're on 47 after the fumble. After it was all said and done, it picked up 5 yards.
Well, it's not cold.
Brattleboro gets a break there. But that was a good play by Frost.
It's not cold here in Brattleboro, but they're lucky there was a Frost on the field on that play as he picked up the ball and maintains possession for Brattleboro.
Nelson the out back, White the deep back out of the eye. Nelson gets the call. Huge hole. Straight ahead across the 50. The Raiders 48-yard line. Jake Conway out of the tackle. Picked up close to 5. It'll be 2nd and 5 for Brattleboro. 3:17 left third quarter. It's Rutland 13 and Brattleboro nothing.
Now the defensive unit for Rutland has to get a little bit tougher against the run now. Brattleboro is starting to open up some holes in the line of scrimmage, picking up 7, 5, and 5 yards respectively on the last 3 plays.
Wide left is a wing right, couple of setbacks. Squires is the quarterback. Brattleboro shifted the fan on the shift. Rutland is offside. So they needed 5 for the first down, and are estimating, of course, back to 5. Not going penalty. Rutland here. They're marching down to around 42-yard line.
Second penalty of the second half against the Raiders. I don't believe so, because the down marker is still back.
Stop rain. Yes, like the sun was trying to come off and started to rain again. They still, it is a first down.
Yes, they did.
Needed 5, but about 5. Rutland 43-yard line.
This drive has got the offensive unit for Brattleboro fired up as well as the home crowd.
Sullivan wide left and wide right. It is Frost. Squires on the handoff to Ron White. Takes it right and against the grain. Close to the 40. Dropped there by Jake Conway. 41-yard line. Pick up a good run. 2nd and 8 for Brattleboro. Clock running with 2:33 left in the third quarter. The Raiders have a 13-0 lead. Mark it at the left side hash mark. Going wide right is Brian Sullivan. The wing left is Trombley as Brattleboro operates out of the eye. And the handoff goes to Hill straight ahead the fullback to the 35, maybe the 34. Dana Atwood here on the tackle. Brattleboro beginning to establish himself here on this time.
Injured Rutland player down on one knee at the 40-yard line.
They picked up 7. It should be 3rd and 1 when the time is back in for Brattleboro at the Raider 34-yard line. Let's see who the Raider player is. I can't see his number.
Looks like an ankle that they're going to look at.
And And
Number
getting
70.
Hey, Brian, we'd like to thank
Mitch Morgan.
Mitch Morgan is going to be helped off by, but he's up and he is limping somewhat. As into the football game for the Raiders will be Chris Fitzgerald for Mitch Morgan. Third down and 1 for Brattleboro. They have it at the Raider 34. The Raiders lead at 13-0, scoring late in the second quarter on a 1-yard quarterback keeper by Pat Dwyer. Conway added the extra point, and a 26-yard touchdown run in the third quarter by sophomore Billy Millard. Tight left, wing left now as Brattleboro operates out of the eye. Ryan Squires. And a deep hand out to Nelson. So lose yardage back to the 40-yard line. As we're checking on the carry was Rob Wright. Sargent on the tackle. And last yardage all the way back to the 39, lost 5.
May have to change Bill's name to Bill Drill Sergeant, as he was in the backfield for the second time today, drilling the Brattleboro ball carrier. And right when they need it now, that brings up a 4th and long for Brattleboro. And once again, a nice defensive play for the Rutland Raiders.
Was White on the carry. 4th down and 6 for Brattleboro.
And there's Sargent again on the
handoff straight up the middle. Nothing there. The Raiders will take over on downs. As Todd Hill on the carry. Sargent will stop. Dropped down above the 47-yard line. That was it. Just a pickup of a couple. So the Raiders turned the Colonels away, and they had a pretty good drive going. But the Raiders are back in business. They have the football, 1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
Well, I tell you, the names keep popping up throughout this game, Jack, defensively for the Raiders with big plays. There was Morgan, Atwood. That possession, it was Sargent. I tell you, the defense is rising to the occasion this afternoon.
So the handoff by Dwyer goes to Conway, straight ahead, 40, 45, still going to spin across the 50 down to the Brattleboro 47-yard line. A pickup of 16 for Conway, the first down. Todd Hill on the tackle for Brattleboro. Hit it that third quarter, the Raiders lead at 13-0.
Great combination of good blocking and better running by Conway. The offensive line for Rutland opened up the hole, and Conway just carried everybody and their uncle for an additional 5 yards, picked up 16 on 1st down.
Chris Mayhew in wide right. Raiders operate out of the eye behind Dwyer. Seth Bailey is a slot right. 1st and 10 Raiders, the Brattleboro 47. Hand off to Stenbeck, deep back out of the eye, and he takes it straight ahead. Skips his way inside the 45 to the 43. Rob Wright on the tackle, picks up 4 to the 2nd and 6 for the Raiders at the Brattleboro 43-yard line. 40 seconds left third quarter.
The last drive for Brattleboro was a big test for the Rutland defense. They came up big. This here is a big drive for the Raider offensive unit. If they can come up big and punch it in the end zone, they may have put it out of reach.
Mayhew was wide left, Seth Bailey slot left. Stenbeck the deep back out of the eye, gets the ball straight ahead. And inside the 42, about the 39, Tim Nichols there on the tackle. Will be 3rd down coming up, and that should be the final play of the third quarter. 3rd down and about 3 for the Raiders at the Brattleboro 39. That is the end of the third quarter. After 3 from Brattleboro, our score, Rutland High 13, Brattleboro 0. Back after this 30-second timeout. Getting set for the fourth quarter. The Raiders have a 13-0 lead in the last of the 4th inning. The Yankees 5, the Red Sox 1. We'll pick that game up in progress as soon as this game is over here in Brattleboro. The Raiders have a 3rd down and close to 3. At the Brattleboro 39-yard line.
Oh, if they can get this 1st down here and keep this drive going, certainly makes the outcome a little brighter here for the Raiders. Already on top, 13-0 as we start the 4th quarter.
Battle is in, tied right. Mayhew and Seth Bailey wide left. Here's the pitch to Stenbeck, sweeps right, and tries to turn the corner. Does for a couple down to about the 37. On the tackle, Rob Wright. He was close to 3 yards for the 1st down, and it looks like he picked it up.
No indication from the official yet. And that, actually, the down marker has him about a foot short, and it will be 4th down.
4th down, less than a yard for the Raiders. Just underway here in the 4th quarter. The Raiders have it at the Brattleboro 37. Indeed, 4-down territory. Chris Dupree, the sophomore center, leads the club out of the huddle. Bailey is a wing on the right. Raiders numbers at the eye as Dwyer barks, and now we got penalty markers down, and this might be against the Raiders. We'll see. At least the Brattleboro Colonels are applauding.
Another penalty against the Raiders, be their third of this second half.
It's offside against the Raiders, 5-yard penalty. So now, 5 yards. Brattleboro 42. 29 left to lead. The Raiders have a 13-0 lead.
As a result, they're going to punt the football.
That's a good idea. At least leave Brattleboro more.
Well, a good punt here would pin them deep in their territory, and the way the Rutland defense is playing this afternoon, that's a good call.
Ryan Sullivan back deep for Brattleboro around the Brattleboro 20. Aaron Carbino back for the Raiders to punt around the Raider 45-yard line. Also back deep for Brattleboro is Greg Frost. The snap is a good one, and Carbino gets the boot away. And this will bounce inside the 15, picked up at the 10 by Sullivan. And almost the football. Let's see a scramble. The Raiders believe they have it. They're still scrambling for the football. And in case the Raiders have had it. The Raiders have got the football first down right around the Brattleboro 12. And again, it was such a scramble.
It may have been Andy Rasula who came up with the football, number 64, but it was number 20, Joe Duval, who laid the hit. Duval and Conway down there in coverage, and I believe it was number 64, Rasula on the football.
Where the two teams were scrambling and struggling for the ball at the end of the pile, and the Raiders have it. First and 10 at the Brattleboro 13. Couple of setbacks behind Pat Dwyer, a couple of men wide right. Hand off to Conway, and Conway takes it straight ahead for a couple down close to the 10. Bob Steele on the tackle.
What a big break for Rutland. Even if there wasn't a fumble and Brattleboro maintained possession, they would have been deep in their own territory and would have had a long way to go. So either way, it worked out well for the Raiders, but more so on the fumble recovery. They get the football back real deep in Brattleboro territory with a chance to put this game away.
They're going to mark it at the 9. Second down and a long 6 for the Raiders. The Brattleboro 9. They mark it between the hash marks. As Dwyer barks him out. Dwyer on the handoff to Conway. Takes it right, then against the grain, straight ahead. Inside the 5 to about the 4-yard line. And Greg Frost there on the tackle. Let's see, even closer. This is the part of the field that's very difficult to see. It is a first down. They give him 6. He needed 6, and he picked up just about 6. First and goal for the Raiders at the Brattleboro 3-yard line, we'll call it. That look like the 3?
Yeah. Close to the 3, perhaps the 2 3/4. Yeah, 3.
Call it the 2. First and goal for the Raiders, the Brattleboro 2. Hand off to Stenpeck off the right side. He's in. Touchdown. 2-yard touchdown run from Mike Stenpeck. And Rutland has gone up now by a score of 19-0 with 9:18 left here in the football game at Nanowich Field in Brattleboro. And the Raiders, who have really dominated and really could be leading by a lot more than this, have a good 3-touchdown cushion.
Well, unlike the first half, the second half here, Rutland has certainly cashed in on opportunities. They take over at the Brattleboro 13. 3 plays later, it's Stenpeck in from 2 yards out after the fumble recovery. And as important in football as causing the turnover is capitalizing on it. Rutland certainly has done that here this afternoon.
They are going for the 2 here. Pat Dwyer blocks him out. Dwyer rolls right, looking to throw, shoots to the end zone. It goes incomplete. He threw it behind Dave Haller at the back end of the end zone. So they try for the extra point. No good. But the Raiders have the 19-0 lead. 2-yard touchdown run by Mike Stenpeck. That's your score. Rutland 19, Brattleboro nothing. 9:18 left in the ball game. We'll be back after this 30-second break.
Narrow gas off Bridge Street, Brattleboro. Shippy's 4-0.
Jack Healey, Vince Allo's Rutland High has increased its lead to 19-0 with 9:18 remaining in the football game. 2-yard touchdown run by Mike Stenpeck after a fumble recovery off the punt. After the Raiders had punted the football away.
Well, the fumble recovery believe by number 64, Rasulo set that play up.
Set the punt.
It was a punt, yeah.
It was on the punt.
Remember, it was 4th and 1, and then they got the penalty, 4th and 6, so they punted. What would you do without me here? Probably get here in time, right?
Then it's Spino and Hill, and also Sullivan back deep. Here's Conway's kick. And this will go to Hill over the shoulder at the 18, back to the 16, almost fell across the 20, 25. Doors lead across the 30, up to off the 31-yard line.
Finally taken down by Chris, don't call me Tom.
I think his mom is listening in. Hello, Robin. He has a long punt here this afternoon.
Chris, don't call me Tom or Robin.
Tom Healey, Dad Tom, the winner of the H.A. Eddie Energy Fans in the Stand show today. Got the $25 gas fill up at H.A. Eddie.
He should give it to me for bringing him down here.
Yeah, but he's brought me all over the state.
Okay, yeah, but you haven't brought me anywhere.
1st and 10 for Brattleboro. The Brattleboro 31. The young quarterback is back in, Gilbert. And the handoff goes straight ahead to Rob Wright. Picks up some pretty good yardage. Gets it out to about the 40-yard line. Got 8, maybe 9 yards on the play. Market just shy of the 40. Market at the 39. Give him 8. 2nd and 2 for Brattleboro. The Brattleboro 39. Then Gilbert back at a quarterback. He's the sophomore, 6'1", 170-pounder. Gilbert now, play action, drops, back to throw, throws, it's incomplete as he underthrew his intended receiver up around the 50-yard line. That was intended for Josh Hagstrom. So it'll be 3rd and 2 for the Colonels. They're on 39. Clock stops with 8:23 left in the ball game.
Ryan McGuire into the game now for Rutland, number 66 on defense, left guard position, left tackle, excuse me. You can tell there's a new defensive player for Rutland when the white shirt just sticks out like a sore thumb.
Before, when I said Fitzgerald, I think it was 68. I think it was McGuire that came in before for the injured Raider player. As the handoff off the right side goes to Nelson. It's out to the level of 40-40 Remember after the injured player went off, I said Fitzgerald, it was 68. As I look at this again, I think it was Ryan McGuire. That was back offensively, but Ryan McGuire in defensively. First down, Perry, and pick up a 5 right there. And it's 1st and 10 for Brattleboro. The Brattleboro 44. Mark running, coming down on 8 minutes left. Gilbert back to throw, throws right, and a nice sliding catch by Quinn. Jeremy Quinn, the tight end, 6 foot, 195-pound senior. That picked up around 5. It'll be 2nd and 5 for Brattleboro, the Brattleboro 49.
Clock continuing to run now, 7:45 in this contest, and Rutland ahead somewhat comfortably. Could have been more, but they're still up 19-0.
The 2nd down play for Gilbert. Play action, rolls left, looking to throw. Swings it off, incomplete. He wanted Nelson coming out of the backfield. He wanted for Brattleboro, the Brattleboro 49.
He wanted Nelson out of the backfield. I'm sure he also wanted Greg Barajiklian out of his face. He couldn't get the latter done. He couldn't get the earlier part of that sentence done either, as Barajiklian pancaked him as he threw the football. And that's probably not a welcome sight as Barajiklian comes in at 6'1", 240. He was just all over the quarterback that time.
Chris Tracy is the centers over the football. 3rd and 5 for the Colonels. Gilbert again on play action. Looks to throw. Drops back. Throws. It's incomplete. Overthrows his intended receiver down around the Raider 37. Again, that was Josh Hagstrom, and he overthrew. It'll be 4th and 5 for Brattleboro 49. It's Rutland 19, Brattleboro nothing, with 7:27 remaining in the football game. And we have a timeout on the field. And Brattleboro will talk things over undoubtedly. We'll go for it here on 4th down, trailing by 19. Timeout on the field, back after this 30-second break. Back we are at Brattleboro. It's Rutland 19, Brattleboro nothing, with 7:20 remaining in the football game. Brattleboro has it 4th and a long 5 at its own 49-yard line. Right after the Brattleboro timeout, you got to go for it here, Vince Allo.
Absolutely. Well, the list of defensive plays and names gets longer for Rutland. Morgan, Atwood, now add Barajiklian to that with a host of others.
And Gilbert on 4th down, looking to throws. He drops back, throws right. Across the 45. Recovered. Here's John Watson on the and 10 Raiders, their own 37. Hold the phone. There's a penalty marker down for holding. It might have been against Brattleboro. The pass was complete to Quinn. Down around the Raider 40 or so. He fumbled. And Watson recovered. The holding call against Brattleboro. The Raiders will decline. The Raiders have the football. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line. John Watson on the fumble recovery. Now, those fumble recoveries are easy. Middle of the field, right in front of us on the sideline. We know it was John Watson on the fumble recovery. So the Raiders come up with another Brattleboro turnover. That would have been a 1st down. That was to Jeremy Cran. He tried to get more yardage. That was a 4th down play. It would have been a Brattleboro 1st down, but Cran fumbled and Watson recovers.
I'll see John's father Lou Monday walking the streets of Rutland as I do every day. He'll give me the thumbs up.
He's hanging out at the corner. What are you talking about?
Him and John Arrington all over the place.
That Dwyer works him out on 1st down. Dwyer on the handoff to Conway, takes right, swinging it out 40, 45, stolen step, 50, down to the Brattleboro 46-yard line. Jake Conway on the carry. Greg Frost on the tackle.
What a move by Conway, 5 yards into that run. Was held up at the line of scrimmage, and I think he faked out number 42, Brian Sullivan, with a little dip of the shoulder to the inside. Sullivan got it, and Conway just skipped it to the outside for another big play on 1st down.
17-yard pickup, another Raider 1st down, 17-yard gain for Jake Conway. 1st and 10 for the Raiders. Let's see, I say it's 17, 13. Yeah, they have it at the 46. That is a 17-yard pickup. 1st and 10 for the Raiders, the Brattleboro 46. Jovan Feinberg is in, and he takes it right. Inside the 30, 25, inside the 20, and down at the 17. Jovan Feinberg on the carry, and he took it all the way to the 17-yard line.
Father Greg at Sensible Shoe wasn't kidding when he said that his son can turn on the afterburners, and he did that. He bounced it to the outside, and you saw the speed of Feinberg. And I tell you what, the future in the backfield looks great right now for the Rutland Raiders. It looks fantastic this afternoon, but Feinberg, an underclassman, as well as Conway, speed and power in the backfield. They remain back there for the Raiders.
They mark it at the Brattleboro 19. 1st and 10 for the Raiders, the Brattleboro 19, and Feinberg is in the backfield. And now the Conway gets the call, and he takes it straight ahead for a couple to about the 17. Josh Hagstrom on the tackle.
2 big plays now, back-to-back, with the exception of that last pickup by Conway. On 1st down, Conway scoots for 17. On the next play, they go away from power and go to speed and quickness. In Feinberg, he gets 29. Back to power now. In Conway, he picks up 2.
Conway got 17 and 29 for Jovan Feinberg. 2 this time for Conway, as you mentioned. Or give him 1, actually. 2nd and 9 for the Raiders at the Brattleboro 18. Chris Mayhew and Seth Bailey wide left. The pitch to Feinberg. Sweeps right, looking for room. Picks his way inside the 15 to the 14. Jovan Feinberg picks up about 4. 19-0 Rutland. 5:40 remaining in the football game.
I tell you, Feinberg, very quick and elusive out there. 5'7", 140 pounds. And he is all speed and quickness. And it's really a contrasting running style by the Raiders now. Conway, the straight-ahead power runner. Feinberg, the evasive and elusive runner with the ability to bounce it to the outside. And this drive has been those 2 back and forth, 2 carries for each of them. Lots of yards for both of them.
Picked up 2. 3rd and 5 for the Raiders, the Brattleboro 14. Feinberg and Conway are the setbacks, and the handoff to the 2nd man. It is Conway, fumbles ahead, and inside the 10-yard line, I believe the Raiders, Jovan Feinberg recovered. Was it Feinberg, or at any rate, the Raiders did recover.
It was either Feinberg or Corsell.
Marty Corsell. So after that was said and done, Conway fumbled and went forward a few yards. And let's see, it went to about the 4-yard line. It was either Feinberg or Corsell. They were both there. And it's a 1st and goal for the Raiders at the 4. So even when they fumble, they pick up yardage. That picked up about 10. Feinberg is the deep back. The up back is Conway out of the eye. 4:50 left in the ball game. Wire has Seth Bailey in motion right to left. Aaron Bailey is wide left. Pitch to Feinberg. Sweeps right. Try to take it to the outside. He's cut down after picking up a yard or 2. It'll be 2nd and goal. Hagstrom on the stop for Brattleboro.
And I tell you, alternating the ball carrier here on this drive for Rutland is really throwing off the Brattleboro defense. You touch on it again. They've got power in Conway. They've got speed in Feinberg, and we're seeing that here. Is now Stempeck back into the lineup for Rutland in the backfield.
Well, they picked up about a half yard, apparently. We'll call it still a second and goal for the Raiders at the 4, so we didn't get quite as much as it looked. Wire now on the handoff to Stempeck straight ahead, and Mike takes it to about the 2-yard line. Picks up 2 on that. Less than 4 minutes left in the ball game. It's Rutland 19, Brattleboro nothing. Tim Nichols on the stop. It'll be 3rd and goal for the Raiders at the Brattleboro 2.
Well, Feinberg did a nice job. 3 carries, 35 yards on that drive for Rutland.
Marking near the right side hash mark, Chris Dupuis will lead the club out of the huddle. He's over the football. Matt Daly's tied left, Haller tied right. This is the wishbone set. Watson and Stempeck are deep. The up back is Conway. And the handoff to Stempeck. Inside handoff off the right side. 2 about the 1. Touchdown there. It'll be 4th and goal. Tackle made by Chris Hutchins, 6'2", 222-pound senior. It'll be 4th and goal for the Raiders at the Brattleboro 1. Clock continues to run, coming down toward the 3-minute mark. The Raiders have the 19-0 lead. Again, Dupuis lifts him out of the huddle. Lifts him out of the huddle. Again, the wishbone set. Wire points it out on 4th and 1. Wire on the first down. Stempeck takes it to the outside. Touchdown, Mike Stempeck, as he took it to the right and toward the flag in the end zone. A 1-yard touchdown run for Stempeck, and the Raiders have taken a 25-0 lead with 2:45 left in the football game.
I tell you what, for the second time in this half, Rutland has capitalized off a turnover. 9 plays, they took it in from their own 37. With 7:11 remaining here in this football game, there's 2:45 left now, and Stempeck caps off a 9-play drive with a 2-yard touchdown run.
And that's his second touchdown of the ball game. A 2-yard touchdown run and a 1-yard touchdown run for Mike Stempeck as Conway in to attempt the extra point. Carbonell the holder. Kick by Conway is up, and it is good. Jake Conway on the extra point. It's Rutland 26, Brattleboro nothing. 2:45 left in the ball game. Back with a kickoff after this 32nd turnover, taking it over from 1 yard out on the sweep right. His second touchdown of the ball game. And the extra point by Jake Conway, and Rutland has the 26-0 lead with 2:45 left in the ball game.
And we touch on it again, 26-0.
And that's
it does not indicate how much of a domination this was this afternoon by the Rutland Raider Football Club.
Remember, in the first half, the Raiders got the game close 4 times before they capitalized.
And I tell you what, it all boils down to who controlled the line of scrimmage, and hats go off to the offensive linemen and defensive linemen for Rutland here this afternoon. They were simply awesome.
Conway on the kick now. And it will come down in the middle, and it will go to Sullivan across the 25, and tries to dive his way up to about the 30. Billy Moran, who's got a 26-yard touchdown run in this game, came down and made the play defensively.
Shoestring tackle with one hand by Moran.
Let's see. It's marked right around the 30-yard line.
Right at the 30.
First and 10 for Brattleboro at that point. Used 2 quarterbacks, Ben Gilbert and Ryan Squires.
Clock running.
As Gilbert back in a quarterback, Hill, and also in the backfield along with Hill is Matt White. Hagstrom is wide left, play action. Gilbert throws left, coming out of the backfield, a diving catch by Hill, but it picks up only about 3 out to the 33. They're going to need a lot more than that, and a lot more often too. 2nd and 7, Brattleboro, the Brattleboro 33. 2:12 left in the ball game.
I tell you what, names come to mind when you think of this game here this afternoon. First and foremost, Conway, with close to 100, if not more than that, yards on the ground. Feinberg came in, did a nice job, over 30 yards on 3 carries on that last drive. Defensively, there's Berejiklian, Sargent, the list goes on and on. Atwood, Morgan.
Gilbert, play action, looking to throw, drops back, throws right, complete to Nelson. The Raider 44-yard line. Gilbert, pass play, Gilbert to Nelson. Picked up
Brattleboro just a little bit too little, a little bit too late. And Feinberg was lined up on the far side of the football field in coverage, and very reminiscent of the newest Dallas Cowboy, Deion Sanders. He covered about 40 yards in a heartbeat to make the tackle on the near sideline.
Clock stops with a minute 45 left in the game. It's Rutland 26, Brattleboro nothing. 1st and 10, Bratt the Raider 44. Play action, Gilbert rolls right to the keep to the 40. And down at the Raider 25-yard line. Ryan McGuire loaded to the turf. Picks up 9, 2nd and 1 for Brattleboro at the Raiders 35-yard line.
We're under a minute and a half remaining in this game, so Rutland will go to 1-1 with what I call a very impressive outing.
No doubt about it. Just outside the Raider 35, Gilbert in the eye. Play action, Gilbert looking to throw. And he goes downfield. Nice diving catch by Clark. Okay, it's at the goal line, at the 1. For a minute there, it looked like the extra point kicker was running, and he thought there was a touchdown. See him, number 7. Brattleboro calls for a timeout. So I wish they weren't. Did they call it a touchdown? That's
well, there's no score on the scoreboard.
No, that was Chris Putnam. He thought that they did call it a touchdown. Brattleboro did call for the timeout. They have a 1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
But the only thing
Putnam ran in with his kicking team. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe he got in.
Well, the only thing in jeopardy here now for the Raiders is them losing their shutout bid here this afternoon. But the score, again, should Brattleboro score, the worst it could be would be 26-8. And I tell you, it could be in the 40s right now for Rutland if they were able to capitalize early in this football game. They didn't do so, but they rose to the occasion in the second half, time and time again. And they badly needed this win, and boy, they really made a statement here this afternoon with a convincing win.
1st and goal, Brattleboro, the Raider 1-yard line. 1:04 left in the football game. Gilbert operates out of the eye. And the Raiders have jumped outside. Coming out to the half-yard line. I say 1st and goal at the goal line. It's actually, it's about as close as you can get without being into the end zone. So academically, since nothing is less than a yard statistically speaking, it has to be at the 1-yard line. 1st and goal, Brattleboro, half the distance to the goal line. They have it at the Raider 1. And the handoff, with the hand, Rob Wright, and he dives in for the touchdown. Rob Wright gets Brattleboro on the board, and it's Rutland 26, Brattleboro 6.
5 plays on the drive. 1 minute 38 off the clock. The big plays on that drive were both in the air. A 22-yard pass completion on the 2nd play of the drive. The 4th play of the drive was even bigger. Got it down to the goal line. A 34-yard pass completion. Wright finishes off that drive and puts Brattleboro on the scoreboard.
Rutland leads it 26-6. Here's Putnam now. A couple of plays later than he wanted to do it. He's in to attempt the extra point. And the holder is Brian Sullivan. Snap is a good one. Putnam's kick is up. Putnam with the extra point, and that makes it Rutland 26, Brattleboro 7 with 1:02 left in the football game. Back to the kickoff after the 32nd time. Rob Wright has just scored for Brattleboro on a 1-yard plunge. Putnam with the extra point, but it's Rutland 26 and Brattleboro 7 with 1:02 left in the ball game. We'll see Rutland on Friday night, home opener at Alumni Field. We'll have it for you beginning at 7:05 with the pregame show kickoff time at 7:30 as the Raiders host the Bob Whites of BFA. And MSJ hosting Mount Anthony a week from today at St. Peter's Field. We'll have that one for you beginning at 1:05 with the pregame show kickoff time at 1:30. They were playing Essex today. We knew that they were at 7-0 at halftime. We should get a final soon after we've completed this one here this afternoon. Here Atwood falls for a fair catch at the 14-yard line. And that's where the Raiders will have the football. You don't generally see that on a kickoff. It is possible.
59 seconds remaining in this game, and
there's John Harrison on the kickoff, by the way, for Brattleboro.
Rutland ahead comfortably, 26-7, and there's a lot of things that came to light
I think
this afternoon for the Raiders.
Called it for the fair catch to stop the clock so more players could play.
The benches will be emptied now as what was the starting offensive unit for Rutland sitting comfortably enjoying their work here this afternoon. They're over on the Raider bench, and wow, you really can't say it enough. Just an impressive showing by the Raiders this afternoon. 59
seconds left. Trying to get as many players in as we can here.
Angel Shannon, number 12.
Mello is in at center. Coacher's a running back. And I believe once the coacher, and there's a fumble on the play, and Brattleboro Angels here to touch the quarterback. And let's see, it was, I believe, the handoff to Brattleboro King coacher fumble, so it's Brattleboro's football. And yet at this point, Brattleboro has it first and 7 later. Stop running, 50 seconds left in the ball. Ready for it, 7. Gilbert looking to throw. Throws right, and it is incomplete. Underthrows his tight end Jeremy Crane around the Raider 5, so it's 2nd and 10 for Brattleboro at the Raider 13. Clock stops with 45 seconds left in the ball game.
Well, unfortunately for the Raiders' second offensive unit, they couldn't perform to the task that the first string had done, but I tell you what, I don't know if any team's good this afternoon.
Mitch Morgan was the injured player earlier. He's back in. So he's okay. Gilbert again looking to throw. Play action. Boys one in. Looking. Touchdown. Gilbert on the 13-yard touchdown pass to Todd Hill, and Brattleboro scored a couple late. It's now Rutland 26. Brattleboro 13. That comes with 38 seconds left in the ball game.
Speaking of Morgan had a shot at Gilbert early on in that play, and Gilbert just shed the tackle. Was thinking of running the ball upfield, stopped at the line of scrimmage and threw the ball to a wide open number 10, Todd Hill, and 2 scores in about less than a minute now for Brattleboro, making it at least respectable as far as the score is concerned.
Here again is Putnam in to attempt the extra point. Brian Sullivan on the hold, and the extra point is blocked. And getting in there to block it for the Raiders was Bill Sargent. And Bill has been all over the place. Just might enjoy it for Squally's sandwich later on in the week.
Oh, is this going to be a tough choice?
38, no, it's a tough choice. Maybe I put out, let's say, a nominee for that, and a nominee for the MVP as well. 38 seconds left in the ball game. Our score, Rutland 26, Brattleboro 13. Back to the kickoff after this 30-second break. Jack Healey back with Gonzalo, a touchdown pass of 13 yards from Gilbert to Todd Hill. The extra point blocked by Sargent. The Raiders have a comfortable lead, 26-13 with 38 seconds left in the football game. John Harrison upfield. He goes 10 yards. Brattleboro clear, hit it. Brattleboro behind. Not more 10 yards. It was just an onside kick. Brattleboro recovered, but I think he caught it at the 9. 9 yards up. It is a Rutland ball. Rutland ball out of the Brattleboro. And that was a good ball. Outstanding in this football game today anyway. And there's not a way that went 10 yards. That went 9 yards, and that's why the Raiders have it first and 10 at the Brattleboro 49. Duval and also Seth Bailey around. Matt Daly is in.
It was number 5, Chris McNulty, that recovered the ball there for Brattleboro, and Coach Bill Miller gave him a very positive greeting as they came off the field and said, "Good try, son. You really gave it a good effort."
Dwyer's back in at quarterback. Dwyer just takes it back 4 yards and puts his knee down with 23 seconds left all the way back to the Raider 46. I think they're just going to do it that way.
That should do it.
See, I don't think, and I know Coach Mike Norman is just saying, okay, we're just going to run it out here. I personally, and I know they were going to do it on the previous series, but they didn't get a chance. 6 seconds left. They're not going to run off another play. Nothing wrong with bringing in the other guys in to run plays, but Mike just wants to say, okay, it's over right now. And that's the end of the ball game. And the Raiders are very impressive in their first win of the year. Ruffin High defeats Brattleboro here this afternoon at Nanowitz Field in Brattleboro. The final score, Ruffin 26, Brattleboro 13.